Hello everybody, welcome back. Happy bank holiday weekend. The last bank holiday before Boxing Day, as my husband handily told me. 151 days, I think, something like that. Not long till Christmas, which is good because we've had the winter sparkle, 118, wow. It's coming around really quickly, isn't it? It's been great this nearly Christmas because we were looking at the Winter Sparkle collection that we've had on the show today. So if you watched the earlier show, the Wake Up Call, we sold quite a lot of them. Lots of people very interested, and obviously we had Sarah here at 2 o'clock doing some demos and talking more about this wonderful collection, which so many of you have been really lucky to pop into your baskets and get hold of. So we do still have bits and pieces left of that collection. We do have the smaller collection, not the major collection, but we do have bits and pieces available on the website. Do remember it's double points weekend, so you will get double points on everything that you purchase this weekend, but have a look on the website for all those details. So we're here today with Monday Makers, and I've got the lovely Corrine here with me. Hi Corrine.
Hello. Hello. Just looking at what I've got here. I'm just looking at all the things I've got. Oh, I know what that is now. Right, I was just looking at what we've got.
Lots of stuff.
We've got sentiments. We've got our lovely sentiments, lovely sentiments that are really really lovely, thought-provoking sentiments in a nice big block. So these could be the focus of your cards, they could be just an element on your card, they could be the inside of your card. We've got all of these, so there's a lovely set of sentiments. What else have I got? I've got my framed florals, which you will have seen us use this morning. I've also got my advanced nesting dies. I'm just going along here. I've still got some jigsaw dies under here, and I've also got some sparkly pens.
It sounds like you had a bottle of gin under there, actually, to be honest.
No, I had. Oh. I've got a bauble in a glass.
Of course, it's what we all need. A bauble in a glass.
A bauble in a glass. But look at that. A plain bauble.
Yeah.
There you go, look at that.
Oh.
And then you've got your marker pens. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Looks really vintage, doesn't it?
Yeah, lovely. Like that a lot.
They're the metallic paint markers.
We've got those on the show.
And then also on the little glass as well. So I've put those in there. Yeah, it looks like I've got a bottle, but I haven't. Nothing as exciting as that, I'm afraid.
Secretly, I think it's just a little gin and tonic that she's not telling anybody
that would be
about.
nice, wouldn't it? We'd have a completely different show.
Yeah, it is a bank holiday weekend. I should have just bought my cocktail shaker. We could have had little cocktails.
We could have had Pimm's.
We could have done, couldn't they? Yeah. But the sun's not shining. You can only have Pimm's when the sun's shining.
Okay.
It is a bank holiday weekend. It's been a little bit grim outside, hasn't it? A little bit warm, but a little bit grey. So I hope you're having a lovely weekend wherever you are. There's a few hellos. Kathy says hello from St. Augustine Beach, Florida. Marsha says hello from Williamsburg. Lillian said hello again, Becky, Corinne and Susie. Jutta says hello, Corinne, CCTV team from Stuttgart. Beth says hello from hello from upstate New York. Fred, hello from California. Mary Pat, good morning everyone, again from sunny Montana. It always seems to be sunny in Montana. I've never been to Montana.
No, fine. But
it always seems to be sunny in Montana. And Miriam says, hello again, everyone. Still raining and storming in South Carolina. Hello, Becky, Corinne, CCTV, Susie, and crafty people. Hello, everybody. Do message in and let us know what you're doing on this lovely Monday. We're going to be showing you all the bits and pieces we've got on this lovely show. We've got lots and lots to get through to. And so the first item we've got are our saying dies collection. These are these sort of large not really sentiments, large sayings that you've got in there, and it's a collection of 6 different dies. This is half price. The price is £23.97 or $29.85. Your platinum price is £19.18 or $23.88. The next item we have are your Slimline dies. You saw these on Wake Up Call earlier today. So these are the dies with 3 different sections in each one. So £44 or $68, platinum price is £35.20 or $54.40. Then we have the flamed florals. So if you were watching on the shows earlier, or last week, you saw that Ben won Demo of the Month with this. And I think it was the Dahlia one that he used. So if you want to replicate what he did, this is the collection for you. So you're going to get 3 of those different dies in there, £35, $41, platinum price is £28 or $32.80. Now we do have those metallic paint markers. So you saw that bauble and the pen, or the little Gloss, that's the word I was looking for. So these come in 3 different sizes. You've got 3 different colours. So you've got gold, bronze and silver. £20 or $25. Platinum price is £16 or $20 there. So definitely lots and lots of bits and pieces for you to have a look at. Now our first demonstration is going to be using these saying dies, isn't it, Corinne?
It certainly is.
Yep.
Certainly is. Right, are you ready for me then? Right, okay. So we are going to use our Let Your Faith Be Bigger Than Your Fears. There we go, so absolutely perfect.
Your face be... Oh, face. I thought you said face.
Faith.
See, my saying is, never lift more than you can eat.
Right. I haven't seen that one on a die.
No, Miss Piggy says that in the Muppets.
And is that the motto you live by?
Yeah, exactly.
That's too funny. Oh dear. I can see that one working.
Let your faith be bigger than your fears. That's a really nice sort of sentiment to have there, isn't it? Yeah.
And you know, if your face is bigger than your fears, that's another story. Right. So what you're going to get in each of the dies is you're going to get a matte layer and also your detailed die. So you're going to get the 2 together. So this is going to cut out separately. This is going to cut out separately. So you can use them. You can actually put that inside there and you'll get a little frame to go round. You can cut apertures, do all sorts. So the white silver for the hint silver for the Centura pearl, and then this is just from our lovely lilacs. It's from our 12 by 12 pearl pads. So we can just use that and I can cut that out from there. I'm just going to put a little piece of tape on because, as I learnt this morning, things
You're going for
move.
corporate colours today?
Pardon?
You're going for corporate colours today?
Purple, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to add another little bit of something to it in a minute to change it up a bit. Let's move that out of the way. And so we can then cut that through. Now, because I'm cutting this on my junior plates, let's try and straighten it up. If I go that way, will that fit a bit better? Yeah. It doesn't matter that there's card sticking out the back because it doesn't interfere with the cutting process in any way whatsoever. But I've also got this lovely, they call it orange sunset. So you can see this, it's a lovely sort of peachy colour. And I'm going to re-cut out the sayings die in that as well. So I've got my matte layer, let's move that out of the way. I want to be a little bit tidy because Jake did come in and sweep up after Sarah. So I better at least make a bit of an effort. And then I've got my saying die here. Oh, there you are, it pops straight out. Look at that. Look at how robust it is. Do you know what I mean? It's lovely. It doesn't feel like it's about to fall apart or anything like that. It's really, really strong. So we can take that one from there.
The font's very pretty as well, isn't it?
Pardon?
That font is quite pretty.
Yes, it is. It really is. Nice sort of almost, not quite a bubble font, but it's getting that way, isn't it? So we can put this back on and then we can cut it out a second time, and that's just going to give us a lovely drop shadow. Well, you can do it however you want to run that one through. So if we take this one out here, and this is just to show you, if you've got something like these sayings dies, you're going to be able to make really quick but really effective projects. So yes, you could use these with all of your different collections. You know, you're going to be able to, you could go to town with your flowers if you're into your flower making. You know, this would work lovely with some of these nesting dies. You know, you could, I'm trying to think, you know, with your nesting dies, this could be the focus with your nesting dies if you wanted to. Or, as we're going to do, you can keep it really simple, as we're going to do now. So let's try and be a little bit tidy. And then I'm going to get my dotty tape pen, and I'm going to do this with the, now, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to put this purple with the peach behind.
Okay.
For the simple reason is what I'm going to do is I've got some mats and layers. Ooh. And my mats and layers that I've already cut out are peach and then purple.
Yeah.
You see I've got the Centura pearl, the peach, the purple, then some pattern paper. So to keep it following the same pattern, so you could go the purple behind the peaches, which is often what you do the darker colour behind, but that's not the same order as I've got there. Yeah. And I like to follow that order, so I'm actually going to do peach behind the purple.
Okay.
So it almost looks like a light.
Yeah.
Just because for me, then it's following the same order as my mats and layers, and that's just something that I personally like to do. And some people might go, oh no, I would purposely go in opposites just to give it a bit of a contrast. But so it all depends on how you like to craft, you know, there is no right and there's no wrong way. You don't always have to do your darkest colour behind, you don't always have to do your lightest colour. It's entirely up to you. So then we can get our 2 sentiments. I'm just going to put them there. And then, because I'm doing the lighter colour behind, I am actually going to do a little bit more of a drop shadow than I might have otherwise done. Not much, but just a little bit more so that it actually is visible. Oh, it stuck to my finger. There we go, turn that around. And it actually pops. There we go.
You're using all of Prince's favourite colours there.
All of?
Prince's favourite colours.
Is it?
Peach and purple, yeah.
Peach and purple, there you go. Did he tell you personally?
Well, I don't know.
How did you know that?
I'm a massive Prince fan. I love a bit of Prince.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
I always think of that scene in Pretty Woman when Julia Roberts is in the bath and she's listening to Prince and she says,
he goes,
"Don't you just love Prince?" Yeah, I love a bit of Prince. But I think peach and purple are such lovely colours to go together.
They work so well, don't they?
They're quite uplifting actually, because it's almost like watching a sunset, isn't it?
Yes. Well, straight away, if I bring this in, what does that remind you of?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know whether you do it with your fabrics as well, but I always start with my pattern paper first. So this is from the Everyday Scenes 8x8 paper pad. And then, so I've taken that one first, and then I've matched up my matte layers from that. You don't start with your matte layers and then just try and find a pattern paper that will work. Always start with your pattern paper first and then match up your plain papers to that, because you're going to find it so much easier. So we can put these together. So all I've got is, let me measure this out to show you. This is 5 by 6.5 inch square card base, and then folded back the top, just to give me a fold back. And we're going to do a reverse easel, because normally if it was an easel we'd be going that way round, wouldn't we? Yeah. But this is called a reverse easel, so it's going to go that way round.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to go in first with my pattern paper. Let me just open up the lid of my glue. We get little layers on top of our glue so fast, because we were just saying how hot it is in here, weren't we?
Yeah, it's baking in here. Yeah. It's scorchio. Yeah, it's always warm in here.
It really is. Right, so I'm going to put that one on first. Now I know, again, as we were saying earlier, normally you wouldn't use your solvent glue on this because it's got a slight pearlescent finish, but as long as I'm careful with it, so it's not going to ooze out, it will be absolutely fine. And I just like the how it feels when it's finished. It makes it quite robust. And then my second layer, that's going to go on there. Oops, that just moved. Let's pick that up and then just put that back. Now looking at that, and I actually want to turn it that way around because I don't want the blue at the front, because I want to focus on the peaches and the purples.
I love those colours. It looks like you're looking out of, across the sea in Cornwall in the summer. It's all those kind of colours, isn't it?
Or you're in an aeroplane.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, flying off to somewhere nice.
You've just come back.
I know I have.
You can't be thinking about holidays already. You're not Ben. I think Ben's on holiday, isn't he?
We did have a conversation as we were sat in the airport.
Yeah.
Like, where's the next holiday?
Yeah.
We don't go on lots of holidays,
no.
But we were having a conversation.
But it's a little bit like, what would you do if you won the lottery? What would be the first thing? We always have to sort of be looking forward to trips, don't you, where you would like to go.
You've got to have
things
something
to look forward to. Yeah.
Even if it's pipe dreams. Yeah.
Yeah. Where would be a place that you would like to go that you haven't been to already?
Colin and I were talking, we'd quite like to do Florence next.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a nice one. We quite fancy. But trying to get there isn't that easy, actually.
Is it not?
No, there's not actually that many direct flights from the UK. You've got to change. Charles de Gaulle in Paris or one of the German airports.
I wouldn't even think that there wasn't a direct flight. That's crazy.
I think we saw one from London. Yeah. But other than that, you couldn't fly. Yeah. Yeah, so could fly to Pisa, but not to Florence.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. There you go. One of life's, hardships. isn't it?
Yeah, first world problems.
It's not going to happen anytime soon, but you know, you can dream, and we can.
And part of the fun is looking at holidays and planning them and seeing all those different things.
Exactly.
You know, you get, actually, when people have been away and you see them on Instagram and all social media, you're like, oh gosh, look at that. It's like, where's that place is it Santori in Italy? Is it Italy where you've got all those beautiful white sort of domed buildings and, yeah, Santorini, that's it.
Oh, yes.
And it looks absolutely stunning. And I always
Yeah.
sort of think, oh, I'd love to go there. You know, and I quite enjoy, you know, imagining what it would be like to, you know, go on holiday somewhere other than the same place I go every year. Don't moan, Becky. You're lucky to go on holiday.
But the next dream will be, who are you going to take with you?
Oh, yeah. It's a little bit like that. Who could you have in your, you know, if you had a dinner party and you could invite anybody, dead or alive, who would you have? Message in and let me know. Who would be your ideal dinner party guests?
I'm rubbish at that.
Were you?
They made me answer that, and I was like coming up with, I couldn't think of any, and then they were all coming out with all these really good answers. It's like, oh, okay then. I don't know. I can never think, and then when everybody says, I'm going, oh yeah, that's good. I'd have them too, and I'd have them too. Yeah.
You'd have to have somebody that could either do a little bit of magic or could sing, could perform, so could entertain you.
Oh, you need to,
I think there, wouldn't you? No, like David Copperfield maybe, or I don't know, Ed Sheeran. That's an odd collection of people around a dinner party.
Really strange either or, isn't it? Right, all I've been doing is I've been doing a little bit of sticking, so I've just stuck my mats and layers on there, making sure that we all line up down the edges. That was one of the things I was just making sure that happened, and then I've just lined these up. Now if this just overruns, you can always just take your scissors and just run them down, using that as a bumper just to make sure everything's nice and straight. And then we can take the back off there, and then so this doesn't have to be, I'm actually going, and now I've just looked at that and I've just decided I'm going to put another strip of foam pad on there. Just
to make it just a little bit higher?
Yeah, it's my stopper, and it didn't feel, when I took the back off, it didn't feel very stopperish.
That's exactly what I was going to say, so I'm glad we're both on the same wavelength with making up words.
Yeah, it didn't feel very stopperish. So there we go. Put that onto there, and then that is just going to go onto my card. If you want to, you might find it easier to put that on once you put your saying on. So this is my card base, and it all feels nice and firm and robust. And then I have got my saying. So with my saying, actually I'll use this foam tape. What we're going to do is we're going to get some foam, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to fold it in half so it's double thickness, and then I can just cut myself some pieces off. And we can put one piece on just there. Now this is going to go onto my card, so I just need to, have I put it right? Yep, this is going to go about there. So I'm just working out if I put another piece of foam tape just down about there, that should hold it nicely. So we can put one and take that one off. So this, I'm going to turn it round. That's going to go just here. I'm going to pop that down just there. Yeah, that's going to look about right. There we go. That's not very straight, is it? Let's just lift that. There we are. That's going to go like that. And then that, there we go. That's going to hold nicely because I've raised that up. So that's going to work really well. And then I'm just going to come in with my tape pen. I'm going to pop a little bit of my super strong tape pen just there, and might just put a little tiny bit just down there to hold that one in place. And then I'm also, I know these are adhesive pearls, but sometimes it's just worth putting a little bit of glue on so that they are sort of double stuck down. Lovely little peach.
That just finishes it off, doesn't it?
It does. Sometimes you just need something just to sort of, that little full stop, don't you?
Yeah.
Just on there, and I can turn that round. Now, I could go in and I could be putting flowers and foliage and butterflies or dragonflies on, but sometimes you just need a card that says what you want it to say.
That's gorgeous. Love the colours. Really, really pretty. So let's have a look at the different dies that you get. This first one is everything, something good in every day. So every day might not be good, but there's something good in every day. So these are great sentiments for just because.
Yeah.
You know, they're not necessarily a birthday, but just because. Let your faith be bigger than your fears, not your face. Where there is faith and hope, miracles happen. There are friends, there are family, and then there are friends that become family. Next one is families where life begins and love never ends. And then finally, friends like you are far too few. Beautiful sentiments, and they're really substantial dies that you've got there. £23.97 or $98.85. Your platinum price is £19.18 or $23.88. Now, you do have, we've obviously been talking lots about Christmas, so we do have this fabulous collection that we've got here with the Winter Sparkle. All blues and silvers and no, sparkliness. It is really, really beautiful. So you've got this whole collection here. This is not the original collection we started off with. This is that's sold out. So you've got all these different components in here. So you've got a mixture of different cardstock, you've got dies, you've also got all those embellishments. So you've got glitter paste, you've got sparkle sprays, you've got glitter, you've got all sorts of different things to ensure that you're going to make some really spectacular bits and pieces for Christmas. So this is worth having a look at on the website. Do remember you're going to get double points on everything. If you've only just joined us and you're looking for the paper pads, unfortunately they have sold out, but this is the collection that we've got left, and individuals are still available if you want to have a look at those as well. The next thing we have on the show are the nesting dies. Should we go for the nesting dies? You're going to do nesting dies for your
the mega deal, the folder under the counter.
Sorry, this one here. I couldn't hear anybody in the background. So this is this is your Monday Maker mega deal. So you're going to get your Totally Tiffany little paper taker here. This is your 8x8, and you're going to be getting the paper pads here. So you've got this one which has got your cardstock pads. This is all your key colours here. So if I just flick through, you can have a quick look. All of those colours you're going to be able to use for your everyday makes, some really sort of vibrant colours as well as some paler ones in there. Then you have your paper pad here, which has got some really pretty, again, sort of everyday kind of designs in here. You've got various checks, rainbows. These are single-sided paper pads in this collection here. Oh, but there's the one that you've just used here, that beautiful kind of sunset. Can you imagine a prancing unicorn on there? And then you'll also be getting, from Knitwits, you'll be getting the vellum collection in here with all of those different vellums there. So the price for that is £29.87, £36.29. Platinum price is £23.90 or $29.03 with that bag as well. Very, very useful. The next thing we're going to do are the nesting dies, which you may have seen on the earlier show. No, that's not them. That's them. Upside down. We've got this first one, which is called Luca. So you've got 3 different dies in each one of these. So you can see those different sort of mats and layers that you can create. So that is Luca. This one is Ferrara. Very, very intricate dies these are, and they're really quite stunning, especially cut out of mirror card. Latina is this one here. Then we have Moderna. And then finally we have Portofino here. The price today is £44.68. Platinum price is £35.20 or $54.40. And Corinne, you're going to be using these in your next demo, aren't you?
Certainly am. I'm going to use Latina.
Lovely.
Yes, I thought this one's really pretty. So as Becky was saying, you've got all 3 elements, and I love that all 3 are completely different. They work so well together, but they are really, really different in their own right. So you've got this outside one that's quite got a lot of sort of filigree elements. Then you've got the second layer, and then I love this one with all that lovely pin dot detail. So we're going to cut these out. So I've got my plates. Now I've just jumped up to my large plates. These will all fit through your A5 plates. But I thought if I do it this way, I can cut 2 at the same time. White multi-purpose card is going to be my first one, and I'm just going to pop the largest die there. So we're going to just put a piece of tape onto here. Then I have got from our Dancing Dragonflies, I've got some of the blue cardstock, but maybe you're going to use some of the blue from the A4 linen cardstock from the Winter Sparkle. So, you know, just look around at what you've got, and you know, you can reinvigorate quite a lot of things when you get a new collection like this, you know, and bring back things that you've already got. So we can run those through, and then when they're run through, I didn't have enough space, I'm going to take the smallest one and cut that out of the white again. So you can see we've got the alternate colours, white, that lovely navy blue, and then the white again on the top. Now, white looks absolutely gorgeous, but we can make it look even better. So those have cut out. Let's just put this one through.
They're quite regal looking dyes, aren't they?
Quite regal, yes.
So they really lend themselves to those really rich colours.
Yes, yes, I think these do. They look beautiful layered up because they're the nesting dyes, but they also look really, really lovely out strong golds and mirrors and, you know, multi-glares. Your pearlescents look lovely, and they cut through them like a dream. Don't worry about struggling with those, it's going to cut so easily. So we've got all three of them cut now. There we are, so I thought I'd cut those three. So let me show you this one first, and that's going to cut through there. So this one, just pop it out. This is actually the hardest one just to first get out of your your die, because look at that, it's just cut every one of those little pieces out beautifully. I've got one poke, you know, but otherwise look at that, absolutely perfect. Look at the little detail, the heart, gorgeous little heart at the end.
They're so intricate. I love seeing a really intricate die.
And then the next one we've got, I've done out of the blue. So again, so you've got that commonality, look, so you've got the square holes there, and you've got the square holes going around there. So each layer sort of, you know, links into the previous one. And then finally, we have got our largest one, put that through there. And you've also got quite a lot of embossed detail. I don't know if you can hear, if I run my nail over, you can hear the embossed detail on there. And then I just want to be careful, just popping this one out, because I don't want to rip it. There we go, just going carefully round, just round those little edges.
Can you mix and match them if you wanted to? So you use different...
I'm sure you could, yeah.
They're all going to fit together.
Some of them will. I'm not saying you could do it with all of them, but yes, you could definitely mix and match around a bit if you wanted to. So I'm just, let's go around that way, because I don't want to pull on that little piece. It's just caught in there quite well.
So people have been messaging in. Brenda says, when we're talking about who you would like to have at your dinner party, I'd love to have dinner with the Queen and my grandmothers that are now deceased. That'd be quite nice. The Queen doesn't like garlic.
Who doesn't?
The Queen. She doesn't eat garlic. And I think, gosh, you have garlic in most things. I don't know whether it's because, you know, she's always I don't see her in the supermarket very often. No, I
love how you know these things.
I just obviously read some absolute rubbish on the internet, but apparently she doesn't like garlic, and I put garlic in everything. Kathy said, I'd invite Grace Kelly. I bet her life was very interesting. Yeah, I could imagine that would be quite, you've got to have somebody really super exciting and interesting at your dinner party, don't you?
Yes.
And somebody that eats everything. You don't want to have some really exciting person and they go, oh no, I don't like that.
Yeah. You don't want a fussy eater at your dinner party, do you?
No, definitely not.
You want somebody that's going to appreciate what you've cooked.
Absolutely.
We had a friend that told me they were coming. I was organising an event for my husband's 60th birthday, and they told me that they were vegan and with a nut intolerance.
Oh gosh.
And there was something else, and they were winding me up. And I organised a menu for them. I made him eat it. It came and he looked at it. I went, "That's to meet all your allergies." And he went, "I haven't got any allergies." Oh, he nearly got his dinner in his lap, I tell you.
I always think I wouldn't say I'm fussy, but I don't like my food touching. I really want to eat out of one of those kind of like prison trays. Yeah, you know, got separate compartments. I like my food.
So do you eat all of one item and then all of another and then?
No, I might mix it together on my fork, but I want to be in control of the mixing. So when it comes to like spaghetti bolognese, I can't have anyone serve me my spaghetti bolognese. So I put my spaghetti down, and then my bolognese goes in one corner, and then my grated cheese goes in another.
Wow.
Yeah, and I can't eat fruit. I'm allergic to fruit.
Fruit?
Yeah.
You were eating grapes this morning.
So fruit that grows on trees, I can't eat. Anything that grows on trees, I can't eat.
Grapes grow on vines.
Yeah, they're not trees. So I can eat.
Okay.
I can eat berries.
Right.
I can't eat apples, pears, plums, anything like that. The berries are on like a shrub. They're not on a tree. But yeah, I have a allergy. No, can't eat cherries.
Wow.
Apparently it's to do, so I have terrible...
It's the seed in the centre, isn't it?
No, I have terrible hay fever with tree spores. When the tree's blossom comes out, my hay fever is really bad, and apparently it's to do with proteins on a tree or something. So basically anything that grows on a tree, I have a problem with, unless you do something to it. So I could drink apple juice because it's been changed, because it's been pasteurised, but if you just juiced an apple over there and gave me freshly squeezed apple juice, I couldn't drink it. See,
wow.
Don't invite me over for dinner, because I'll be like, no, I can't have that. It's quite, my throat sort of closes up, and I get sort of blisters all over my mouth. It's horrid. It's nasty. I don't go into anaphylactic shock or anything, but it's not very nice. And I mean, whilst I like to eat a pink lady apple, that's quite a lot of antihistamine, 3 pints of water, and I'm still got all these blisters over my mouth.
Wow.
So I don't do it. Yeah.
No.
That's why I'm so big, because I've got sweet teeth, and the only thing I can eat are Mars bars. It's yeah. It's just
Luckily, there's no fruit that grows on a tree in a Mars bar.
No, exactly. See, I can eat that.
I'm just thinking we should dip all your stick apple pieces in your Mars bar, and then you won't be able to eat them.
No, exactly. That'd be a good way of stopping me from eating a Mars bar. But yeah, it's very strange.
Did you see, I used my green topaz just to go round the outside, and you're going to see why in a minute when we look at the papers that we're going to pop these together. So I've just put foam pads or foam tape behind 2 of the layers, and we can map them up. And there we go.
I've got a question for you.
Go on then.
Monique says, can I blend water reactive inks on regular cardstock?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to use a Nina.
No, this is...
It's just multi-purpose.
This is multi-purpose card,
Okay.
so I've just gone around the edge. Now, each of these dies, it's really easy to see the centre point.
Okay.
They're really easy. So when you're matting and layering, I think they're some of the easiest dies to line up. So those points line up and those points line up. So I can see really easily that I've centralised it. Because I think so many times you put the stuff down, you press it down, and then you walk away and you go, "Ooh, I've just got that just off," you know, and it's really annoying. So this one will then go just there, like that. So that's going to be my topper. So that could go across my card. It could go portrait on my card. That could be on my box lid. It could be on my, and I could have it on an easel front. So much you could do with this. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to use our dancing dragonflies. And I've got my dancing dragonflies here. And I've just cut a piece of card. So I've got this cut to 5 by 11.5, and I've scored at 2 inches. So that's going to be the front of my card. So we're going to pop in our cardstock. So I've got the 2 here. So straight away now you can see why we've gone in with the green topaz.
Yeah.
Works really, really well, doesn't it? So sometimes you just have to, it does make sense in the long run.
Yeah,
It does make sense in the
absolutely.
long run. There we go. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of there, and that's going to go on to my card base. So this is the back of my card, but because we're going to have be able to see through the front, we're going to decorate the inside back of the card. Pop that on there, and then any little bits of glue that comes out, just rub off. Then we're going to go on here. Now we've got 2 sides, but that's a little bit not very busy. So I think this one, it's almost as if it's been lit up, isn't it? So we're going to use that side of our card. We can put that on here.
The Dancing Dragonflies collection, you sort of think of it as being lots of greens, don't you? But actually, with all of the collections, we do have all sorts of different colours, all sorts of different tones in there.
Yeah. And as somebody pointed out on my last show, blue is one of the most popular favourite colours. People, more people seem to like blue as their favourite colour than any other. So, it's a good one to have. And I just moved that there. So let's just hold that. Then I've got myself a piece of acetate, and I'm going to pop that just there. So I've got it. I've just put red liner tape on the top. And what I've also done is I've put it on the bottom of this little flappy piece. So then I know I'm maximised. I'm dropping it right down to I'm just going to go to there, just to give it the maximum stability at the bottom. Fold that over, and that's now caught there. And then I've got another little piece, so again, exactly the same, that 2 inches, if you remember.
Yeah.
And that's going to go on here. And again, that one's going to go at the top, and this one is at the bottom. So it's just going to make, I think it's like we call it a floating card. So, you know, you can do that. Line that up at the bottom, just there. That's going to go just there, and then you can see we've got that. Now, it's not very strong at the moment, but it will be in a minute.
Okay.
So we can do our mats and layers. So I've got 2 mats and layers just here. Now, I think we need to now sort of flip this over. Rather than have that side, I think we need to go with the bit simpler side for this. Now, if you wanted to, what you could also do, as we were saying earlier, is edge this card. Can you see it's got a white edge where it's been cut? If you wanted to, this isn't going to show up too much because I'm putting it onto white card, so it almost blends that in. And again, make sure I'm lining up that way. And then I'm going to take this one, I'm going to pop that one across, and that's going to go just there. I do love these advanced nesting dies. They are some of my favourites. We did a really lovely craft along with these a month or so ago maybe, and that was one where Ben crafted along with me.
Oh yeah.
And we made a lovely card and box out of these, so you know, matching card with the box lid, so you know, you've got, you know, so versatile. So you know, please look back and see some of the projects we've made with these, because they really are some of my favourite dies are these. So we can pop that on there. Now this is still a little bit loose in the middle, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this down here. Now, as long as you sort of adhere it top and bottom. Now you can put something behind the middle. I know it might show at the back, but I'm just going for strength. I'm going to pop that a piece of tape. Now, if you don't like to see the tape like I'm doing here, you could always cut another one of these out, and I'll show you. I've got a spare one, and just pop it on the inside.
Okay.
And then it'll hide any workings that you've got. But I just want this to be able to be raised, but I also want the strength to, you know, to give it a bit of robust.
Mary Reno has the same allergy as me.
Does she?
Yeah, amongst others, hers are anaphylactic. Laura Gray says, my mum can't have orange blossom honey, but can have clover honey because of the pollen. So I'm not alone. And Heidi says, can you eat avocados? No, not at all. It's horrendous result from avocados. I have to be very careful. If someone's cutting an avocado in the kitchen, I go somewhere else.
Do you?
Yeah. Just generally because I don't want to tidy up, but you know, I keep going away from it. And avocados is something that's on everything at the moment.
It is, it is.
Yeah.
It's very on trend, isn't it? Very on trend. So, but do you still buy things like that for the kids and stuff, or do you say to them,
no, if they want avocados, they can buy them themselves with their pocket money. I'm not buying them, they're expensive.
I mean, I was actually talking about apples and
pears. Oh yes, yeah. Honestly, they get through. I mean, I buy 16 apples, and that will last, like my husband and the 2 kids, about 2 days. They're crazy. But I do have, I like grapes, and I can eat berries, but I can't eat huge amounts of them. But I always like put that to one side in the fridge, and I was like, that's my fruit, but inevitably it all disappears. So it's quite nice coming up here because I put my stuff in the fridge and no one else eats it. Yeah. So that's always quite good.
Yeah, that's, yes, definitely an advantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, because this is a Dancing Dragonflies collection, I've got a couple of little dragonflies just cut out of white, just edged in the green topaz, and also out of the Dancing Dragonflies I've also got the sentiments as well. Let's move that a little bit.
Those tiny sentiments I really loved. I think they're gorgeous, those little die-cut sentiments.
They're beautiful, with especially with the way they sort of trail off over the edges, isn't it? It's really, really sweet. I do like these. And that one, and then we've got the happy and the birthday. And then that, I think, should do. Now, because I have strengthened it, that now stands up perfectly. Oh, I was going to show you quickly before we finish. If you look on the inside, obviously you can see foam tape. So if you wanted to, just stick that one, because it doesn't need raising.
You don't even notice it then, do you?
Then you wouldn't see any of your adhesive at all. So yeah, there's always ways around it, but there you go. Our advanced nesting dies with our dancing dragonflies.
Lovely.
Again, it would look beautiful with your frosted sparkle. Winter
absolutely.
Sparkle. Winter sparkle, yeah.
It's been a long day.
It has.
Gorgeous. Now, just to recap so you can see these again, these are really beautiful set of dies. So you're going to get 3 different ones in each one of these. So you can see you've got all these different sections in here. This one is a Luca. This next one is Ferrara. And you're really quite intricate. This one almost looks to me like it's should be a looking glass, you know, sort of Snow White's looking glass. This is Latina. Then we've got Moderna. Oh, Medina. Funky cold Medina. No one else knows that song. I'm just really old. Portofino is the final one. So this is £44, $68. Platinum price is £35.20 or $54.40. So check out your baskets, grab a cup of tea, and we'll be back in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Such a big team of people behind the scenes, and there's a lot going on to support our role on camera. But I think in this instance I'd probably go with Brent and Kelly.
I've got two in mind for this one, and this is definitely our lovely Brent and Kelly, because not only are the two loveliest people and funniest people, can I say, but they are the ones that keep me on track.
Part of their job, not the whole job, is to organise our schedule. Now there are a lot of us at Craft Experts, as you know, you've seen us all on screen, so organising where we need to be at a given time is one heck of a task, and they do it seamlessly.
In terms of all of our TV scheduling, whether we're up here at Crafters TV or down at Redditch.
Like every month they send us our schedule as to where we need to be, when we're supposed to be on air, when we're doing other things. So yeah, I'd definitely give them a shout out, because I think, you know, that behind the scenes work doesn't often get credited there.
But I love them dearly, and they are the my two unsung heroes.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
Hello everybody, welcome back to a glorious Monday wherever you are. Hope you're having a fabulous day. We do have some great deals for you today on today's show. And so the first one to show you is our framed floral dies. This is our best ever price. And so if you watched the show last week, you would have seen, or at the weekend, you would have seen Ben winning demo of the month with this particular one here. So this is your dainty dahlia. Then you have traditional rose, which Corinne used in a demonstration earlier on today. And then we have a blushing poppy here as well. Really sort of significant amount of metalwork you're getting in here. So you're getting that frame and you're also getting the die to go inside. £35 or $41. The platinum price is £28 or $32.80. And Corinne, you're going to be using these in the next demonstration, aren't you?
I am. Right. So I was just going to show you something.
Yes, I am.
Looking for something, and you came over to me. So
sorry.
Right. I just want to show you some of the different ways you can use these. So this is the poppy, and what we've done here is we've cut it into the card. Now we've used the outer frame here to create this gorgeous frame, and then these have actually been hand coloured. Don't they look amazing? Absolutely beautiful. A little bit of a drop shadow in the white, and then we've just used elements of them, trimmed them out and put them on the side. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. Nicole made that and it's so pretty. Now again, we have then used it on here. So this is actually, it's the same one. I haven't picked all the same ones. And then we've just used the paper pads that were originally with these. I know they're not available now, but again, a little bit of a drop shadow behind there. Oh, that's a little bit broken.
But they look different. You know,
they do look very
like you said,
different.
the same one, but looking different.
Yep. Then we've got them and we've paper pieced them. Again, we've used the outer frame just here to give us a border. And then the one we made earlier, as you can see, just by creating our own background and potting it on there. And again, I still use the outer frame. Now, what would happen if we didn't use the outer frame? That's what I was hoping to show you, but all of those ended up with the outer frame on them. But what would happen if we didn't use the outer frame? So each die comes with the die and the outer frame. So you can see you cut that into your card. If you put that on, it then cuts the frame out. So if we take that one away, and then I've got a piece of card here. So this is the piece of card that I want to use. I want to use that. And then I can cut that into my cardstock. So all I want to do then is just grab a couple of pieces of tape and we can pop that on there. So I can then, I'm just lining up my border on those three sides. I'm ignoring that piece at the bottom completely and lining up those to make sure they match. And then I'm just going to pop a piece of tape on there. And these are quite big pieces of tape. Let's just trim that down. I can put a little piece on there. I haven't moved it, have I? And then all I'm doing is I'm actually just taping where the waist is. One there. And I just want to hold it nice and tight. So then we can pop that through our die cutting machine. And remember, these are going to go through your smaller die cutting machines because that is 6 by 7. Would that go through my smaller junior plates? Let me just look. Yeah, that would just about go through my junior plates if you wanted it to. But I've got this one here, so we're going to use that one because it's there ready. And then we can run that through, just swapping the plates around, making sure I've got them all nicely lined up. And then we can go through there. So now we haven't used the outer frame. So what we're doing is we're now creating our own topper. So if you were doing a box, this is how you would do it. So if you were to do the box, this would go in your topper and then you'd have the sides around. So this could be cut directly into your box or however you wanted. So, you know, lots of different ways to use these. Now if you remember, I put my tape onto my waist. There we go. So everything has just popped out. Oops, foam tape. And then if we get this, we can then just poke all of these out of here. Just like that. They've all cut beautifully. They've just not popped out, that was all. If I'd have actually given my card a tap, I bet they would have all popped out. There we go. Last one just there. Couple round here. There we are. There we are. Behind here, there we go. And there we are. There we are. Doesn't that look beautiful? So you saw some of our samples. We did them in black, some in white. You could drop shadow that if you've got it in another colour. It's entirely up to you. Now, if you wanted to use some hold and release sheets, you could get all these pieces and cut them in different colours and paper piece them back in.
Yep.
So that's sort of being paper pieced back in. by just cutting it again after you've done it in black and then popping the pieces in. Looks really effective.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do, and I actually just cheated because you didn't need to see, I've just actually put some foam tape on the back of this one. So what I'm going to do here is, let's just see how that's going to work. Just like that. Yes, that's going to work. So what I've got is, this is actually from one of the pads that we had. But yeah, you could do your own background. It's entirely up to you. So that sits perfectly. So I'm just going to take some of my foam tape off. Just on here.
And you were showing earlier how easy it is to make one of those kind of almost sort of watercolour backgrounds, just using the inks and the pens that it happened to have.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't have to be anything complicated at all, does it? It really, really doesn't. And again, these are from our Create a Card range. So this just to show you how quickly a card is going to come together. So you really don't have to be worrying about it. Now if you wanted to, you could, if you are good with scissors, you can trim down some foam pads and put some tiny foam pads in the middle. If I line this up right, hopefully it'll be tight enough that it will still stand proud just across there like that. There we go, absolutely gorgeous. So that's gone across there, and then I can take that foam tape off here. Now because I've covered up these foam pads, what I need to do is I need to add a little bit of glue. Actually, I'm going to put that to one side for 1 minute and stick this on. Card base, just got my Centura Pearl. This is the Centura Pearl Fresh White because it's double-sided.
Okay.
And then I've got my deep, I do love this Centura Pearl in the deep purple. I've used it a few times on a few different projects, but it's just such a lovely, strong colour. And then we can pop our purple onto our fresh white. Just there. Let's pop that one on. Let's make sure that's nicely burnished down. There we go, just hold that there. And then I'm going to do this. So because I've covered up those foam pads, what I just need to do is just add some adhesive. Otherwise, I've only actually got any adhesive on the bottom. So that's going to go just there. And then that is just going to pop onto the front of my card. And look at how quickly this is coming together. This is what happens when you use our Create a Card range. Everything comes together so very, very quickly. Another piece of the purple. Again, I put some foam pads on the back so we can just lift that off.
And I think when you're first starting crafting, it can be a little bit daunting, can't it? Because you look at all the different dies and the stamps and everything else, and you're sort of thinking, I don't quite know how to compose a card. And this takes that guesswork away from you, doesn't it?
It really does. Now, I have got gorgeous little piece of, again, another piece of that paper, but what we've done is using sub box 47, I've just taken one of the sentiments out of there. So, have a look around and see what sentiments you've got, because I'm sure even if you are fairly new at crafting, you will have acquired a fair few sentiments already. A couple of little pearls, and we're going to pop that one on, and then where's that go? I've got gluey bits on my pokey tool. Oops, come on. It's escaping.
That's one of those pearls you're going to find somewhere on your body in a couple of days later, no matter how much you've showered.
Yep, exactly. Put that one on there. And that is all you need to make a really simple but striking card. Because you don't need, that dahlia is what's effective at that.
Yeah.
That would look nice with those lights behind the back, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, lovely. Yeah. And very, very simple, very clean, very elegant.
Yeah,
lovely.
clean and simple.
Yeah, beautiful. So we'll have a look at these again. So this is a collection of 3 different dies. So this is your dahlia die. That's the one that we've just used. Very, very pretty there. Then we have your traditional rose. And then finally we have your blushing poppy here as well. So the price for this is £35, $41. Platinum price is £28 or $32.80. We also have some metallic paint markers on the show as well. Now they come in packs of 3, 3 different size pens in here. So you've got sort of a very thick kind of liner, a very fine one, and one somewhere in between. 3 different colours, so silver, gold and bronze. Should have those in a different order. No, they're the right order, isn't it? Gold, silver, bronze. I did that without thinking. So this is £20, $25, and the platinum price is £16, $20. Now these are going to be absolutely ideal for all sorts of different things, but as you may have seen earlier on, we had a little ball that just been decorated with these, and I always think just sort of picking out little bits and pieces with these kind of pens are really very useful, being able to do that sort of thing, for, especially for Christmas. Christmas and, you know, Christmas isn't far away. Is Christmas not far away?
It is.
Yep.
It isn't very far, but look at this. So, Cheryl made this. Look at this. How gorgeous is that?
That's
a
great.
Really plain little white mug, and then she's just drawn around the edge bottom. How personalised is that? Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I just think that is really, really cute. Super cute.
Great for teachers' presents.
Yes.
You know,
you could put the teacher's name across there, couldn't you then?
Yeah, no, great idea.
Would be
we should
lovely.
all have one of those in the cafe with our name on. Little mug for our names. We've also got the, we're going to have a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to show you some of the winter sparkle bits and pieces. So take the opportunity to check out your baskets. Do remember double points on everything that you buy today, so do check those out on the website.
My name's Craig Laird. I work at Crafters Companion. I am a craft expert where I get to play with lots of crafty goodies from Crafters Companion, and hopefully we're here to inspire you with lots of crafty things that you can do. So my crafting journey, that started many, many years ago, actually just over 20 years ago. I actually came across crafting on UK Shopping TV. I was unwell at the time, and I was just channel surfing, just having a look to see what was on TV, and then I came across who has now become my friend, Dawn Bibby, and I thought, oh, quite like that bit of crafting that she's doing. I purchased some crafty goodies, and before you know it, here I am, all these years later, doing what I'm doing with Crafters Companion. So believe it or not, none of my family or friends are actually very creative. So the creative side in me has actually just progressed naturally. As I have progressed, I've become really good friends with many craft experts out there in the industry, and they're the ones that inspire me. Then coming to Crafters Companion, Crafters TV, and interacting with all the crafters at home, seeing what they make. I am a huge, huge advocate for social media, because you get to see lots of things that everyone makes at home, and that does inspire me as well. Many years ago, before I started here at Crafters Companion, believe it or not, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I didn't go out a lot, I didn't do much. Now, with Crafters Companion and Crafters TV, it's given me so much confidence, self-belief. My biggest crafting success, I'm going to have to pick two. One of them is appearing on HSN America. I was really, really lucky a couple of years ago to actually go to Florida with Sarah to see how it all works behind the scenes. An incredible juggernaut that the Shopping TV is at HSN. That for me is an incredible proud moment. I will never ever forget when all of you incredible crafters at home voted enough for me to be in the running of the 2021 Male Craft Personality of the Year. Was such a humbling feeling. I was so, so proud. I was so grateful. Our Crafters TV audience are absolutely incredible. For me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers, and the support that I get. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise, but if you just want that interaction, you just want to have that chat away about anything random in life, onto social media, onto Crafters TV, you know that you're going to get that support, you're going to get that understanding when it comes to the crafters at home.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying listening to all of those little videos that we've done, because I find them quite fascinating, because often you only get the opportunity to have a little chat with somebody very briefly, and finding out where people lived I thought was quite interesting. So quite often, I think Corinne, you were saying you haven't actually had a chance to see them yet, have you?
No.
You've been away.
No,
so
I've been away
rather than actually, we're all sitting here going like that, oh, I didn't know that. So hopefully you're all enjoying that. Now, today has all been about winter sparkle. And we know how popular it's been. You've really enjoyed seeing all the bits and pieces we've had on the shows over the rest of the earlier parts of today. Now, we don't have everything available still, but we do have this collection. So this is the Winter Sparkle collection. It's not the initial one. It's slightly smaller. So sorry, 70% is gone of the stock. So if you do want this, it is worth checking out as soon as you can. So I'll go through what you're going to be getting on here. You'll be getting your Winter Holiday Wishes stamp collection. So you've got some beautiful sentiments in there. You'll also be getting your Frosted Snowflake Corner die. Really, really pretty. If you've missed out on that main sort of snowflake die, you can, of course, use all of those different aspects there. Then you have your Winter Frost panel die. You have your Majestic Snowflake stamp and die set, and that is in two pieces, two sections, that particular die, so really, really useful. You've got your linen cardstock in those blues, sort of royal blues, sort of almost like a baby blue, dark navy, and also that kind of white colour in there as well. You'll also be getting all your sort of embellishments, so you've got your Lurex glittery ribbons, so 3 different sizes, 3 different types of ribbon in there as well. You'll be getting chunky glitter, you'll be getting gilding flakes, you'll be getting shimmer spray, reading upside down, you'll be getting your glitter paste, your iridescent glitter, there's loads here, and your sequins as well. You'll also be able to download your 8x8 paper pad as well, and that's a freebie. We're giving you that. So the price for this is £79 or $99. Platinum price is £63.20 or $79.20. If you do want it, do check it out, because we don't want you to be disappointed by not being able to pick this up today. We do have some items, or most of these items are available separately anyway. Just have a look at the website. But we do have other items available which aren't included in that collection, in that bundle. This is your vellum and acetate collection. So these have been printed with snowflakes on them. So this is £12.99 or $14.95. And then we also have those little snowflake charms. So really lovely. If you saw any of those samples that we had earlier today, you've seen those as those little embellishments. Really, really pretty and quite sort of quite substantial. They're not going to sort of fall apart or bend. Price for this is £4.99 or $6.95. I do hope everyone's having a lovely day. I'm just having a look at a few of these messages that have come through. Miriam says, I love those cards. They make such great cards. Jutta says, beautiful card, Corinne. Simple, elegant from Mary. Fred said, I love the metallic paint markers to edge the edge of my cards. That's a good idea. Didn't think about that. Miriam says, that's a neat idea, painting a mug with a metallic pen. I'm assuming you can't put it in the dishwasher, but, you know, washing it by hand's not a problem. And Julie says, hello, Becky, Corinne, CTV crew, and all my fellow crafters. Joining late. Lunchtime meetings just wrapped up. I hope you've got a sandwich and you're ready to watch what other demonstrations Corinne's going to be showing you.
I know, we're going to do with the Winter Sparkle. So I'm going to use the Winter Frost, the panel die. So when you look at this, you think to yourself, you've got these bits here, but what you've actually got is you've got the die that's going to cut that panel. So I've put it down onto my cardstock here, and I'll show you a bit more detail in a minute when I've got it off the card. So I'm just running it down the one side of my piece of card, and we're going to cut it twice, and I'll show you how to do it. So, you know, all the sort of samples we've just seen it running down the front of the card, but think about it, we can double it up, triple it up if you wanted to. If you had more of a square fronted card, you could get 3 or even 4 panels down the front, and it would look absolutely amazing. So we can cut that once, and if I show you when I lift this up, just lift that, just roll that sticky tape off so that we don't catch the front of the card, and then we can roll that sticky tape just there so we don't cut there. Now this has then cut into the cardstock because it's a repeating die, so I could actually cut that again just there. So all I need to do now is I just need to snip that away. You could do it with your craft knife if you wanted to. Oh, I'm going to actually go in do it with my craft knife. I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it in 1 minute. Because that's so that you can stop into, like you say, repeat and do it into card. I'll do them all in one go in a minute. So I'm going to put this on a second time, So what I was going to show you is there's no solid cutting blade at the bottom, down the sides. There's intermittent blades, but not a complete one, and there's no blades at either end. So then if we take the second one and we pop it just there, just trying to make sure it's nice and straight, and then put a piece of tape on again, just to hold it down because I don't want it to move, just like that. And then we can pop those on, just flip the plates and run that through. So while that's doing, let me see if I can see craft knife.
They'd make a really nice kind of belly band to go round a plainly wrapped present, wouldn't they?
Oh, that would look lovely,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? Because you can repeat it as many times as you need it.
Yeah.
Yes, that would look really, really nice. So if we take this one off, just a little bit of adhesive on there. So what I'm going to look for is my little glue tool, so I can just take that off and roll that off. Now, as I say, I can feel the adhesive on there, so I'm just going to rub it off with...
What's that you've got?
It's just a piece of rubber, so it's not an eraser, it's like a piece of rubber, and it just reacts. I've had it in my tool bag for years, as you can see. It's not the cleanest of things, and it just acts to get the adhesive off. So wherever you've got adhesive, instead of leaving marks on your card, I've always had it in my craft bag, and it's just really handy to have. So all I'm going to do is I've got my metal blade on my ruler, and I'm just going to line those two up. So I've lined that up nicely, and then I'm just going to score down there. So sometimes it's easier, or you're going to get a better result if you just cut a couple or three gentle cuts rather than one big harsh cut. Now you can see just there, I started to rip it a little bit. There we go. Now you can see that just pops out.
Oh yeah.
And then I haven't quite gone up to the edge just there.
If you do want to go for the Winter Sparkle collection, 75% of the stock has gone. So do make sure you check out, don't wait, because we don't want you to be disappointed. It has been super busy, really, really popular today. Unsurprisingly, because like you say, blue is a colour that everybody likes.
Yeah.
And those, you know, there's so much in here, so many embellishments. The dyes are all really beautiful.
And we said it doesn't have to be for Christmas, does it?
No, and that's I think somebody did message in and saying how it's holiday neutral.
Yes, we used that term in the last show.
And it absolutely is, because you know, with lots of collections are sort of very geared up to sort of Santa, you know, more of a Christian kind of idea. But not everybody celebrates Christmas, but you still want to send a card for, you know, for the winter or any other thing that you might be celebrating, and that's going to work particularly well. Well, I do hope it snows this year.
Do you?
Yeah, I like it when it snows.
No, don't like snow. Don't like snow. No, I'd rather not. But if it snows, we'll have to get on with it, but I'd rather not. Right, so once we've got that, there we go. Let me just tidy that little piece up. There we go. So we've got all of those on there, and then all I'm going to do, put that to one side, is I've got my Water Reactive Midnight and my Baby Blue. Now, those are both in the bundle that we've got on today.
Yep.
So I'm going to get a little bit of the Baby Blue. I'm just going to, and I only want a little bit, and I can see some glue there still.
Yeah, because I suppose once you use the ink on it, it's going to show up where you've got a little bit of adhesive left.
Exactly. We don't want the adhesive to mark. So let's get a little bit of that, and then I'm just going to come round the edge with the blue.
Are you a circular person, or you go for the rectangular pads?
Of the Daubers?
Yeah.
Or if I can, always a circular one. I used a rectangular one on the last one because I couldn't find one. The bowl's been pared down to have, they've obviously had to tidy out and a lot have gone, and I couldn't see one that was the right colour in the circle, so I had to... I
always find I use a circular one. I don't know why, it just always feels right for me.
Yeah, me too. I do like our brushes, you know, using a brush sometimes. Now, what I actually did was I got myself a little finger dauber here, and I'm just going to... I was cleaning up my daubers just a few minutes ago to make sure I'm not going to transfer the wrong colour ink, and then we can just go over these just like that, just there. Put a tiny little bit in the centre of that one, There we go, and then on that. And then all I'm going to do after that is I'm going to get a little bit of the midnight, put a little bit on that, and I'm just going to literally just go around the edge just to highlight that just on there. There we go. And you know, this is the sort of thing that makes all the difference. You could come over this with your spritzer sprays, couldn't you? That would look nice to sparkle over that. You could do it before you die cut it or after you die cut it. Again, your choice. But once I've got to there, all I'm going to do is I've just got my glue pen and I'm just going to sort of come along here. I'm just going to highlight some of these elements just there. I'm not trying to do it uber neat or anything, you know what I mean, just go in as it comes, because I think with something like this, sometimes don't overthink it, because the more you overthink it, you know, you try to be really precise, it doesn't look as good. So just coming down there. And again, these glue pens, a bit like when Sarah was explaining when you did the gilding flakes. Oh, completely missed those ones. When you do the gilding flakes, you know, you've just got to let the glue start to dry. But if you're careful, if you know, as long as you don't put it on too thick, by the time I've done this side, that other side's nearly dry, so it's not too bad at all. Just a little bit.
Brenda said, I moved to Florida to get away from the snow. And Kirsty said, I'm not a fan of snow either, Corinne.
No.
Mary Reno says, I'm so looking forward to snow and cold air, truly. I like the winter. You know, fires, hot chocolate, bit of snow. Yeah.
Winter's nice, observing it from the inside out, but not if you have to go out.
No, and not if you have to be in the car driving.
Yes.
That's not much fun.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the glue's on there. I've got some of our iridescent glitter, and I'm just going to control it because I don't want too much to go down. This is fine. When you know, you can tell as soon as you pick it up, it feels really fine. There we go. That's going to go on there, just like that. There we go. And I can then tap that off there, get rid of any excess, and how about that? Can you see that really sparkles? Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So I can then just tip my waist back into there.
And that's going to last you ages, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I mean, you're literally using
minuscule amount, really, isn't it?
Minuscule amounts, yes, absolutely. It says it's 50 mil. I mean, yeah. I haven't even used a mil there. I haven't even used a milliliter of glue. So once you've got that, you then want to pop that onto some acetate on here. So I'm going to come over the back, and I'm just going to come down the back with my dotty tape pen, and I'm doing the dotty so I can go over the edges, and I'm just going to pop these. Now this is going on the top, so I'm not too concerned about getting every last element. Let me just check. I don't think the backing is still on here. I'm just double checking. No, pretty certain. No, it's definitely gone. Right, definitely gone. Right, so now I just need to make sure I can see it, to make sure I line it up. There we go. So we've now got acetate, oh, that's a good guess, on the back of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tape. Now, if I've lined this up right, this tape should just fit in there.
Perfect.
This is the hardest bit. It's just making sure. And again, we're going to make sure that we've got no... Ooh, this was a new roll of tape. Is it going to last?
What is it that you've got in your hand?
A roll of tape.
I'm just trying to get you to say it.
And then all I'm doing, oh, come on. Oh, just making sure there are absolutely no gaps. There we go. And that's going there. So this is going, oh, I've missed something out. I'm going to put a piece of my ribbon down the centre.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
We haven't used much of that ribbon
I don't think
yet,
we've
have
really
we?
used much at all.
No.
I'm going to use some of my tacky glue, because tacky glue will glue everything. So we can tap that down there. And then, I nearly forgot about that. Doesn't that look lovely? That really makes it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then turn that over, and I'm just going to have to lift up that. I'll put some glue on the back. It's not ideal, I should have done it, put it on first, but never mind, can't be helped. If you make it, please put your ribbon on before you put your foam on.
I often forget, I plan to put a piece of ribbon and then I'm like, oh no, I've got to wrap it around the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's easy to do, isn't it?
Easy to do, there we go. So that's going to go on there. And I'm going to use a gem, but I'm not going to do that for a minute. So what I've got next is I've got pieces of card, and these were 8 1/4 by 11 1/2. And I've just scored at 2 inches all the way around. Lid, base, using your box board. So this is my base. I hope I've got that the right way around. I forgot to write it on and I've just had to try and work it out. And I think this is right. So this is my base. Pop these on first. And as Sarah was saying earlier, if you're using our tape pens, they are plenty strong enough for you to make boxes with. They, the glue is really good, strong glue, and you'll have absolutely no problem. Things aren't going to fall apart at all. So that goes like that. So that's my base, and then this is my lid. So I've got lots of pieces of card cut already. So I've got some of my blue linen cardstock, and we're going to pop that on first. Now I always do all my mats and layers before I build it up. Right. It just makes life so much easier. Yeah, if you forget and you build it up, it's not the end of the world. But I can put the pressure on, I can press them down. Now again on these, I've just gone round with my ink pad so that I've not got any harsh blue, blue lines at all. On this one, I'm going to go, I'm going to put I'll do it on that one so that shows through. I'm trying to work out which side I wanted to do. Do you do this when you prep? I guess you can with your sewing demos. You prep it one way and then you almost not change your mind, but you alter things.
You were saying before about whether you choose how you look at your paper pad first of all. When I get my list of the products that are going to be on the show, for me it's really key to see what fabric I've got. Yeah. Because then that's where the sort of inspiration comes as to what you're going to be doing. And I inevitably think, I'm going to do this, and then part of the way through of prepping, I'm like, no, that's not going to work. And even on the day, I think, oh no, I'm going to just change that around. Yeah. I think that's just one of those things, because as you craft, you realise actually this is a handy tip. This works. This doesn't work. Yeah. And that's the sort of beauty of it, is that we sort of make the mistakes so you don't have to.
Exactly. Say that all the time. Yeah. Oh, this doesn't work. Please know that, because I did that and it really doesn't work. So again, all the way around, just lining up the edges to make sure that everything is square with everything else, and it really does make such a difference. So we can then pop that one on there. Now, because I've used wet glue, ideally I would leave that to dry, but what I'm actually going to do is, you see me do it once before, I'm just going to go in with my brayer just to brayer everything down, because that then will just make that glue bite, so that I can go in. Oops, you see that's moving straight away.
I never thought to use that, actually.
Pardon?
I never thought to use that.
It works really well. I do it. They've often seen me do that, and I just get rid of all of the lumps and bumps, and it just burnishes everything down, and I just know that it's not about to move as I go round, and put it together. So then we can come in. Am I nearly at the end of my tape? No, not quite. Keep thinking I'm running out.
You're going to have used all the stuff in the studio, so when you come in tomorrow, you're about like, where's it all gone?
It's Jan tomorrow. I'm over on your side tomorrow. It's Jan and Hunky Dory Anne Marie.
Oh, okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Fun packed day tomorrow then.
It will.
And it'll be busy because everyone else will be back. Because obviously it's very quiet on a Monday for us, because it's a bank holiday. There's no one in here, it's just 5 of us. It's very, very quiet.
Just the 5 of us. Yeah. Well, it was only 5 because you weren't here much when Sarah was here, were you? So then it's just been 5 of us on and off all day, hasn't it? Yeah. So then I can just, oops. Now, sometimes it's easier to build it around your base, which I should have done there. So now I've got my box. Doesn't that look absolutely gorgeous anyway, as it is? And this is going to go onto there, which looks absolutely beautiful. So
it does.
What I'm going to do is I've got some of my sequins. I've measured out a nice, let's just do it this way, the easiest way. Get those. Let's go the quickest way. And I'm just going to pop those straight down the middle. Now, if you wanted to, you could then add in some of that chunky glitter with those, would look really nice. You know, you can make it as decorative as you want.
Yeah.
So we can, let me just take back a couple of these a minute. Let's just put a couple on there. And then I'm going to take the back off this foam. Now, because I've just lifted a little bit where that ribbon is, I'm actually just going to put a little bit of tacky glue over that, just to make sure that I've got no, you know, we talk about not having any gaps.
Yeah, no leakage.
No leakage. So I just want to make sure with that piece, just in those two places. So one there and one just there. Oops. That's going like that. I'm just going to trim that.
Marsha said, oh, I just had to use my brayer for exactly the same thing. Susie says, I too use my brayer for pushing down my mats and layers and keeps my inky fingers off them. I have one of those at home, but I use it for lino cutting.
For lino cutting?
So when I cut my lino, because, you know, as I have to do everything, I like to have a go at everything, I use that for inking up my lino tile when I'm printing.
All right. Oh! I hadn't pressed it down. Let me see if I can get some. I'm not going to get them back in. I haven't pressed it down and then I shook it. Should have pressed. There we go. Now it won't leak. Let's give me a few spares.
Beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. So the last thing I need is I have got a sentiment, and again from the collection. That only leaked because I didn't press. I tried to shake before I pressed. So we can pop that onto here. Let's see if we can get those off with my poker tool, will be easier. A couple of little backs off my foam pads. We can put that onto there. I've got a lovely little, one of the little gems, and just going to put that in the middle. Now, tacky glue is a brilliant glue for doing anything like this. Yes, it'll take a few minutes to dry, but once it's dry, that will be so strong. I've made myself a board using tacky glue from when I did one of my glue schools. Yeah. And I glued metal, I glued all sorts.
Really?
Yeah, plastics, wood, embellishments, ribbons. I made, you know, my foam flowers. Yeah. My made foam flowers, not making my foam flowers, because obviously it would. I find that they sort of don't hold their form. Yeah. But if you've made a flower and you want to stick it to your card, yeah, they all work absolutely brilliantly. Once tacky glue is dry, it is super, super strong. But how about that? Oops, like I say, it's not yet dry. I'm going to hold that there, just put that on to there because it will hold. But how about like that? I'm just going to tip it up just a little bit. Let me just
lovely.
Put that on there. There you go. Hold that there so you can see. By the time we come to the end of the show, that'll be nice and dry. Look at that. You can just see.
Gorgeous.
Lovely shaker box just there.
Very, very nice. And this is all done with the Winter Sparkle collection. So if you do want to have this, I would suggest that you check out as soon as possible. To show you what you're going to get in this collection, you'll be getting your frosted snowflake corner, which comes with those little snowflakes as well. This is the panel die that Corrine has just used. This is a Winter Frost die here. Then you have your Majestic Snowflake stamp and die. So this is a die in two pieces that you can put together. So really sort of versatile there. Then you have your Winter Holiday Wishes stamp on there with some really lovely sentiments and also some very, very pretty fonts. You have your linen cardstock here, so you've got 24 sheets in total in all of those sort of blues and sort of frosty white colours. Then you're going to be getting all of those different embellishments in there. So you've got your gilding flakes in here in silver. You've got your selection of sequins that we've just been using on that particular demonstration. You've got chunky glitter. You've got iridescent glitter. You've also got those beautiful ribbons that we've just used as well, sort of lurex ribbons in different sizes and also different colours. You'll be getting your spray shimmer in here as well, your glitter paste, which you saw us using in an earlier show. So the price is £79.99. Platinum price is £63.20 or $79.20. We do have some other items available separately, not in that main collection. So if I just push all of these things out of the way, you will see that we do have the vellum. So this is a collection of vellum and acetate. They've already been printed with all of those snowflakes on them. So you're going to be getting 12 sheets in here, $12.99 or $14.95. Platinum price is £10.39 or $11.96. And we also have these gorgeous silver coloured charms here. So you're getting 10 in the pack. These are £4.99, $6.95. Your platinum price is $3.99 or $5.56. So do check out on those as soon as you can. We're going to take a quick break. So take this opportunity to check out, grab yourself a drink, and we'll be back in a few moments with some more demonstrations.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
My unsung hero has to be Tracy. I'm going to give a little shout out to our Tracy.
I think if I had to nominate somebody, I'd probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea whenever I'm working here. She always finds me the things that I've lost, and she's always great to be around.
Sort of get involved with our sample library, which is massive. It's where all the samples are kept, all nice and neatly, all labelled up. And part of their job is to get the necessary samples out for the shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared, often display them, tidy them away again, pop them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
They literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, you know, as well as being floor managers during the shows, getting us any products that we need, and most importantly, bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea and coffee.
Our craft experts come from all over the UK to HQ up in the northeast, and here they are telling you a little bit about where they're from and what it's famous for.
I'm originally from London, so Stoke Newington I was born and bred, and loved London. I mean, I love London now, something really magical about being in the capital. Grew up in Norfolk, loved it. The countryside, the scenery, it was very green and just beautiful and picturesque. I now live in Bedford, which is brilliant for work and life, because I feel like Bedford is sort of central to all these places around us, so I get to see so many different places. It's just great to be there.
So I live in Barnsley. It's a town in South Yorkshire, and South Yorkshire's a gorgeous place. Barnsley in particular I love. We get a lot of flack, but it's a really beautiful, picturesque place to live, especially because there's lots of green places around there, lots of lovely parks and things like that, but it is a gorgeous place to live. Elthicke, neighbouring village to us, which is just full of history, and I love going there ever such a lot. Famous, what's it famous for? Oh, the most famous thing I can think of is a film called Kes. A local author called Barry Hines, who lived in Oiland Common, made a very famous film called Kes that is well known from where I am, and actually filmed literally around the corner from where I live.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm hoping you're having a lovely Monday. It's been a great day today, I've really enjoyed it. We do have a great deal for Monday for you today. This includes, you've got your Tiffany paper taker here, so for your 8x8 paper pads, and I think you can fit 5 paper pads in here, roughly, something like that. So you're going to be getting this. You'll also be getting 2 paper pads. So this one is your cardstock actually, but all your sort of everyday kind of colours. So really, really beautiful sort of vibrant colours in here that you're going to be able to use for your everyday makes. You'll also be getting a paper pad, again 8x8. This one has got some really stunning, so stunning I can't even hold it. So stunning patterns that are going to be great again for those everyday makes, and this is going to work perfectly well with that card and stock pad as well. Also included in this bundle are the Knitwits collection of some vellums here. So if I just flick through, you can see these as well, and these are beautiful, really kind of lovely sort of springtime, summertime floral colours and patterns that you're getting in here, and these are all your vellums. So the price of this is £29.87 or $36.29. Your platinum price is £23.90 or $29.03. The other thing we've got on the show today, we've got these nesting dies, and these are really lovely. When I first saw these on the show some time ago when they were first launched, they were absolutely stunning, and they still are. They're really kind of classic designs. You've got 3 different dies in each one of these in the collection. So this first one is your Luca, and you will see you've got these different dies that will create your mats and layers in here. Very intricate dies cutting out some beautiful patterns. This next one is Ferrara. Then you have the Latina. Then you have the Moderna. And then finally the Portofino. Stunning bits and pieces that you're getting in here, and lots of metal. £44 or $68. Your platinum price is £35.20 or $54.40. And Corinne, you're going to do another demonstration using these again, aren't you?
I am. I thought do it the one that you've got in your hand now.
Oh,
the
lovely.
Portofino. So
Lovely.
yes, we'll try that one. So I have got some of my beautiful 12x12 paper pad, and I'm going to cut out the largest and the smallest out of these. So we're just going to pop those along there. Let me take them down. Now, one of the only really ways you can ruin your dies is if your dies cross over in your die cutting machine, because then obviously the pressure is going to do them some damage. So long as you take them down like that, then you're never, you're not going to do any harm. You can then emboss with your dies, you can spritz through your dies, you can ink through your dies, wipe it off when you finish, they'll be absolutely fine. Like I say, the only way really that you're going to do any damage to them is by having, where they cross over, so that they damage each other, and they will damage each other. You can break a die by doing that. So yes. So as long as you look after them, they're fine. So take them down, because I've got 2 side by side. And then from my Secret Garden A4, I have then got some of this gorgeous pink. And again, I'm just going to tape a little piece of tape on there, and then we're going to run that one through. So I've got all of my mats and layers. Now you'll see from these that, oops, let's just get that mat in. From all of these, you'll see that, you don't need to do anything too complicated. These are really, really, come on, Corinne, get them together. There we go. Really, really pretty dies with a lot of detail. So really, the dies are so beautiful. Why sort of hide it? Why, do too much to them? Because they are just, the detail around the edge is absolutely stunning. And let's show that off to its best. Now, I love this. Look at this. This is so, so pretty. I love how you've got the row at the top, and then it stops, and then you've got the embossed bit in the middle, and you've got the embossed detail at the corners as well. So it's absolutely gorgeous. Now that was my middle one. Then I've got my smallest one. Look at that. Very Art Deco, isn't it? Does that feel Art Deco to you?
Yeah,
with
it does,
those
yeah.
curves. And then my largest one, we were trying to remember what these colours remind us of, and we were like Turkish Delight, rhubarb and custard sweets. We were going
It's all about food.
But doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? So when you layer them one on top of the other, yes, they match together. You were asking me earlier, can you use the different layers? I know these are the wrong colours. So no, maybe that one wouldn't work together, but you could come around, you know, you could, that would go, that one would fit inside there. You know, so make some would, see even that would look quite nice.
And they don't look out of place,
They
do
don't
they,
look out
by
of
moving?
place. You just got to work out the right combination, and you know, and see where you're going. Where am I going? Which ones don't I want? Right, I've confused myself there for a minute. So then all I'm going to do is I'm not going to ink these at all. Now the only thing I have done is I've taken this one and I've stamped my birthday. So this is Craft Kit 48. You'll see the last card I did, we used Craft Kit 47. So it's just about getting those craft kits that you've got them and they've got the sentiments in them, so why not use them, you know, make the most of them. So we can take that one and that's going to go on top of the pink, and that's going to go just on there. It's got a little bit of pressure and it's just cockled the card a little bit, but as long as I sort of just flatten it back out as I go, we're going to get there. And then we can do another couple of little bits of foam, and that's going to go on here. Now you could potentially just have a session making toppers like this. So I could have these like I had with this one, you know, still got some of my spare pieces from earlier. You could have all of these made up and then just make up a card when you wanted to. If you wanted to, maybe you've got some scraps of cards and you think, well, what can I do? Well, maybe you could just cut out a whole load of mats and layers with these, and then think about making them into cards at different times. Because, you know, this is a noisy bit going through the die cutting machine. Then, you know, when you want to do some quiet crafting, you could maybe just make your card bases. So we've got our happy birthday there, really, really pretty. So all I'm going to do, it'll be very, very simple, is I'm going to make another box up. We do like to make our boxes here, but this will be very different. And I've got my base and I've got my lid. So let's just make up the base. Completely different size. So this is 6.5 by 10.5 scored at 1 inches. So again, very different dimensions. And Sarah showed you earlier how easy it is to work out what size you need from your card. You know, just think about what you want it to wrap around or what you want to go in it. Add on the height that you want twice, and do that for the length and the width, and then you know exactly what size piece of card you need to cut. It really isn't complicated at all. We can, you know, sometimes doing these in a single piece looks quite nice as well. So I've got my lid. Now this is from my gnomes. So this is the gnomes 12 by 12 pad. So we can, which side do I want, because I need to follow it through. I'm going to go with a slightly darker one just so that it's got the nice contrast. There we go, on there. There's my box, and we can pop.
I liked those papers in the summer gnome one. They're quite joyful,
I've only just
aren't they?
recently got the paper collection. I haven't had them that long. I don't think I was here when the gnomes came out, so I sort of missed out on those. Oh, I've just put that glue on the wrong side. We'll have to.
Never mind. It's nice to have the contrast.
Yeah. I better.
A happy accident.
I better follow that through all the way round. Yeah, better had. Just as a contrast. I wasn't going to do it as a contrast, I was going to do it as the same.
Yeah,
but if I hadn't said anything,
No.
nobody would have known.
And I think it works just as well, if not better.
I say too much for my own good sometimes. There we go.
But then sometimes out of happy accidents come beautiful things.
They certainly do.
That should be a sentiment that we have on another card.
There we go, right. There we are. We can pop that one on there. Now, all I'm going to do is fold this around. I know I normally decorate the whole thing, but that top is going to be so easy to put on. I'm just going to make up the box just like this. So let's fold those round and put our adhesive on. Make sure you put plenty on, and we can do that. And then I'm going to do two sides together. So I'm just going to do one just there and one just there. Then I'm going to get my box base. I'm going to bring that in, pop that onto there. Then I can just...
That's a good tip, actually, just finishing off that box around the base.
Yeah. And you know it's going to fit. Oops. Make sure I burnish it down so that the glue grabs. Just grab that, and then you know it'll come on and off really easily because you've put that on. And then the next one, I want to bring this back in. Let's get a little bit more foam tape. We've got through some serious amounts of foam today. We really, really have. Put that one on there. I hope Jan's not hoping to use lots of foam tomorrow. Otherwise we'll be looking for more foam in the morning. There we go. One.
You're just refusing to say it, aren't you? You're refusing to say what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I can be a bit like that sometimes. It can. You ask my husband. I was going to say a saying then, but I thought better not. Right. Oops. So stuck it to my glass mat, but it flipped. So bring in my box. Now, what I've done is I've left myself a little nice border, top and bottom, just like that. So you could have made this a much slimmer box, but then obviously not everything would have fitted in it.
Yep.
But what I've done is I've left a nice little border just around there, just big enough to put a lovely little gem on those corners, just like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could have been adding a bow. You could have been adding a few more gems on the lid. It's entirely up to you. Oh, I've just pulled the glue off. So let's just pop a little bit of glue just there. Sometimes I do, even with adhesive gems, put a little bit of glue on because it does just help. There we go, put that on. And that is using our Portofino. How quick was that?
Really quick,
Really,
very
really
easy.
quick.
Stunning, absolutely stunning. You'd be delighted to get a gift like
would.
that. Even if it's got very little in it, just one piece of Turkish delight or one rhubarb and custard.
Exactly.
Absolutely
or a piece of Toblerone that we never got.
Yeah, piece of Toblerone. Yeah, no Toblerones for us. So these are our Slimline Advanced Nesting Dies. So this is your Luca, then you have your Ferrara, you have your Latina, then you have your Moderna, and finally your Portofino, the one you've just seen, £44 or $68. Platinum price is £35.20 or $54.40. We do need to do demo of the show.
Can we do? Because we've got demo of the day.
Yeah,
as well,
we do.
haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely, we do.
Okay.
So I don't even know how many you managed to do. You did quite a lot today.
I've done 5.
Wow, impressive.
2,
That's
3.
too many to choose from, actually. And I think it's going to be quite a difficult.
I have a feeling. I'm not going to say yet, but I think I know which one.
You think you know which one it's going to be?
I think, right. So number 1 was with our sayings dies. We did the reverse easel. So that's number 1, using those lovely colours. 1. Number 2 was with the first of our nesting dies, but using our dancing dragonflies. Number 2.
Yep.
Number 3 was the beautiful framed florals. There we have number 3. Number 4 is our winter sparkle, just there. And number 5 is back to our advanced nested die. Oh, it's not going to stand up that way. I'll just hold it. So there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Wow, I'm glad I don't have to choose. It's going to be very, very difficult. Zoe, so do get your votes in. Zoe said, I've made my first ever box today with my new Ultimate Pro. Amazed at how easy it was. I'm really glad. Send a picture in. Let us know what it looks like. It's always nice to see. Now, we do have our Sayings die collection on the show today. This is one of the ones that we just had, just showed that very first demo. So lovely sort of sentiments, lovely there's sentiments, lovely sayings in there. £23.97 or $29.85. Your platinum price is £19.18 or $23.88. We also have those Slimline advanced nesting dies that you've just seen. Really, there's lots of metal in there. They're really quite intricate dies. You'll get lots of use out of them. £44, $68 or £35.20 or $54.40 you've got there. We also have those framed floral created die collection. You've got those 3 different dies in there. You've got the dahlia, you've got the poppies, and you've got the roses. Easy to make, very, very quick and simple cards, and looks really effective. £35, $41. Platinum price is £28 or $32.80. We also have those Spectrum Noir metallic paint markers. Really great for sort of embellishing any of your makes, not just your paper craft, but as you can see, sort of decorating those sort of mugs or baubles, anything you might need. You've got those in 3 different colours and also 3 different size pens. So you've got gold, you've got silver, and you've got bronze. £20, $25. Your platinum price is £16 or $20. We also have your heavyweight acetate. So if you're going to be making those shaker cards, we had plenty of shaker cards or shaker panels on the demonstrations today. You're going to get 3 packs altogether, and so 75 sheets, £20 or $25. That's £16 platinum price or $20 there. Red liner tape is something you're always going to need, and we have it in 3 different sizes for you. I can't read the 3 different sizes, but we've got 3 millimetres in a pack, £6.49 or $12.99 there. So you've got to get 3 packs of that, and you're going to use that again and again. It's quite a key item for you to have. Then we also have some cardstock on the show. So we've got matte black craft cardstock, and then the multi-purpose card, which is the one we tend to use the most. You're going to get 150 sheets altogether, £21.99 or $30.99. Platinum price is £17.59, $24.79. Now we are going to have a look at the framed floral creator cards. Corinne's got some samples over there, but just quickly flick through them. This first one is your traditional rose, then you have your blushing poppy, and finally you have your dainty dahlia. £35, $41, platinum price is £28 or $32.80. This is your best ever price, and you've got some really stunning samples over there, don't you?
Yes, I think you'll think that. So, you know, with the dahlia, how about paper piecing back in your background? So make your set, so cut it out in the black with the frame, just to give us that sort of stained glass effect, and then paper piece all your pieces in. Now that could be a pre-printed background or one that you have made yourself. But talking of making your background yourself, how about that? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? So that is just using your inks to spritz, and we've just put the inks in the strategic places so that it's in the sort of the right sort of way. But if you don't want to do that, with exactly the same die cut, you could have them as a shaker card, just like that. Now, oops, nearly knocked it all off. There is the one we made this morning when we made that background ourselves, if you remember, just using our inks. And then we've got another one, so you know, they can be completely different sizes with the traditional rose. Just bringing that frame in. I think this is so clever, just bringing this in. It's also a shaker card in there, but it looks like it's just sort of coming out of that cardstock. Yeah. So pretty. You can have them in gold.
Oh, that looks quite spectacular in the gold, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? You don't have to have it square on if you don't want. I know we looked at these 2 earlier, but I do like this one with the red drop shadow behind. And then I have to show you this one because it is absolutely gorgeous. Just colouring it in yourself, absolutely beautiful. So many different ways that you can use those. Yeah. Use the outer die if you want to. Don't use the outer die. It's entirely up to you. Now, I think I'm going to show them some. You're going to talk about paint markers, and I'll show you some samples.
I'll talk about paint markers. You could talk about paint markers. We'll talk about paint markers.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah,
your bit first.
I'll do it first. These are great. So you've got these in 3 different colours. You've got gold, silver, and bronze in here. £20 or $25, £16, $20 is your platinum price. You've got 3 different sort of size nibs, as it were, on here. So you've got a very sort of fine liner. You've got more of a chisel nib, and a sort of more of a sort of felt top lib. I don't think that's actually what it's called, but you know what I mean. And you can be using these for all sorts of different things. We've seen them using for embellishments on a mug, on baubles. Somebody messaged in saying, actually, I use these for finishing off the edges of my card. Again, all sorts of things you could use with them, and great that you've got all those 3 different sizes in each pack. And you've got a load of samples over there, haven't you?
I have. So first of all, you saw earlier the little mug that we've got, and I love how they've taken the design inside the mug as well as outside. It really, really adds to that effect. I showed you the china or the clay bauble, which I think is so pretty. And also we had the little sort of water glass as well. So yes, so we had those. Now this one here, so Jane has made herself her own notebook here. So this is completely handmade notebook. She's just stitched in the pages down the centre, which is really clever.
Okay.
But on here she's stamped, and then she's used cosmic shimmer paint to create those splats, and then sort of highlighted each one with those metallic marker pens. I think that looks absolutely amazing. You're not going to find anything else out there like that. Then on here we've used these sentiments, so you've seen us use these dies before, but just to sort of doodle a design onto some black card. We were talking about things that look effective on black, and I think that really, really does. How about using it to hand draw if you feel confident? I mean, we can all draw circles and frames. I mean, that looks complicated, but it really, really isn't. It's just about, you know, having the confidence to go with it. But again, putting those marker pens on the black. And I have to admit, this one is my favourite. I know we shouldn't have favourites, but for me, this one is my favourite.
Oh, that's lovely.
Just using those marker pens on there. Doesn't that look
And just for little
beautiful?
Sparkles.
Yes, there's a couple of little gems that just give a little bit of a sparkle, but I just think that is absolutely, it's so simple.
Yeah, what a great
so
idea.
Effective, yes.
Lovely, really, really nice. We do have an answer for a demo of the show. So which one did you think was going to be the winner?
Whatever number 4?
You were right. Number 4. Well done. So we will do demo of the day. We'll get the all the other bits and pieces together. So I will grab the ones I've got over here.
I shall bring this one over to you.
So we have.
It's a very winter sparkle.
They are. They are.
Day, isn't it?
Absolutely, they are. Does I need to switch that on?
If you can.
If I can. There we go.
And Amanda is getting a copy of.
So we have number 1, which is this one here, which you saw on Wake Up Call. This is number 2. This is Sarah's make, and then this is number 3. Oh, that is that beautiful box that's just we just had on Monday Makers just now. So do get your votes in. 1, 2, or 3. Difficult to choose. They really are absolutely stunning. I'll just switch that off so the battery doesn't run flat. That's really, they're all really lovely, aren't they? And let's put them over there and show you what we've got for our sort of Monday deal that we've got here. This is a Tiffany bag. So this is your Tiffany paper taker. This is your 8x8 paper taker. It's like a tongue twister.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't want to do tongue twister. It feels quite late at night. I think it's because it's quite dark outside. In here, you're also going to be getting this Knitwits vellum pack here. So all the sort of blues and yellow floral vellums in here. You'll also be getting your cardstock. So this is your 8x8 cardstock in all of these beautiful kind of really bright colours. These are going to be your everyday kind of cardstock that you will use in here. Then you also get your paper pad, again, for everyday kind of use. Beautiful patterns in here and colours which are going to go perfectly with that cardstock that you've got in there. So the price for this is £29.87, $36.29. Your platinum price is £23.90 or $29.03. Now, if you did watch the earlier show, you'll know that we were talking about where's it gone? It's over here. We were talking about Liam's vlog, which went live at 2 o'clock today. I can't lift this up. There we go. You'll learn how to make this, which is absolutely gorgeous. So this is using the 12x12 paper pad, which unfortunately has sold out, but you could obviously use it with any other paper pad that you've got. I'm just going to switch it on if I can. with a little light inside.
We put a lot of, you weren't here, we put a lot of pressure on. Sarah is looking at whether they can do any extra paper pads.
Fabulous. Yeah, it's such a beautiful paper pad to get, but you can see on the, but you don't have to make it in the blue. You don't have to make it, if you haven't missed out on that paper pad, or you've got loads of other paper pads you want to use. But have a look at the blog and you'll be able to see the instructions as to how to make this, which is really, really stunning. Will anyone notice if I take it home?
Yes.
Oh well, never mind. So we've had people messaging in, lots of people loving the samples that you've got and the card. Mary Reno says, I love that 4-leaf card, which is the one that you you said particularly was very, very nice.
Yeah.
It's got a really, really nice look to it. I haven't quite got the vote in, so do keep sending in your vote. Then we've got, sorry, just 2 seconds. Losing my throat. There's got a frog in my throat.
Right, shall I say what we're doing tomorrow? So tomorrow...
Let me cough for a minute.
So while Becky goes and coughs over in the corner, and she needs to get her voice back because she's on Sewing Street tomorrow, I'm back here and I'm going to be presenting, so Jan can be here, and she's going to be doing her craft along. So that is all about some Christmas dies, if I remember rightly. I have got a list of what's on. And then we have... the Christmas
decorative stamping dies,
yes.
Yeah.
And then we have we have launch party as well, and that's got a new magazine in it, and also we have got Honky Dory here as well.
Excellent, it's going to be a fun-packed day tomorrow.
It really is, yes.
Now, we do have a demo of the show. Unsurprisingly, this is demo of the show, so well done to Sarah. She's going to have another star up on the wall.
Well, it's got to get all the way through the week, yeah.
Yeah, that's true, but it is very close. It was a very close vote. I think everybody really loves all the things that you've been making today, and everyone really loves that collection. It's such a beautiful collection, lots and lots of colours, lots of embellishments that you're going to be getting in that collection. Do remember to, if you do want it, to check out as soon as you can, because it has been really busy. I don't want anyone to miss out on it. And do remember, you're also going to be getting double points this weekend. So it's the opportunity to get as many sort of bits and pieces as you possibly can. As you say, tomorrow Corrine's going to be here. You're here for the next few days, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm off to Redditch now. So I'm on Sewing Street tomorrow, but I'll be back here on Saturday. So to play your crafts right again on Saturday. Hopefully I will win, because I'm not being very good. I think I am on with Lily, and Lily absolutely wipes the floor with me every single time. She says, oh, I don't know the answers to these, and it was really quite embarrassing, as it is every time. So hopefully you have a lovely Monday, have a lovely week, enjoy wherever you are, and we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m.